you know why I use a compressor and not cans, because you need good pressure. Now I just shut off the compressor, but this has a this is a DeWalt, and it has a tank, a reserve tank, a storage tank. So I shut it off. I really have to relieve the pressure in the tank because I don't leave it there forever. So what I do is shut it off and use the rest until it runs out of air. You can hear it running out of air, running out of pressure. And that's great. We'll let it go to 0, which it is. And voila, until next time. That put aside, hang it up here, and leave it until next time. Okay, great. So you got to see that. That's good. I'm glad that we got that in. And now what I'll do is I'll show you on this piece, because I don't want to do the whole engine right now. It's time for me to stop and go up and get some nourishment, because see, I missed lunch and it's already 2:30. I have to eat. So I'm going to do a little bit on here and just show you this, and then we'll start the video again later, and it'll be the continuation, part 2 of the 224 cleaning. But I want to do just a little bit of this so you can see the difference. Okay. Now on the bottom, this one doesn't have it because it doesn't have smoke. This was before smoke. So normally what Lionel did was on the roof of the cab, right in here, on the roof of the cab, they had a sticker that you would put there. And basically what the sticker said was, in order to clean the white stuff that gathers around the smokestack of the engine, when you put the little pellets in and they melt and blah blah blah, over time you get the residue and it builds up and then it cakes on and so on and so forth, not only up here but in the inside. And they said in order to get that off, you would use either the Lionel lubricant, which I think is a waste of lubricant, or you could use petroleum jelly. So petroleum jelly is cheap because all it is Vaseline. That's petroleum jelly. You know, it's a brand name of petroleum jelly. I'm sure they didn't want to put on there, hey, you could use Vaseline. But in any case, I'm going to show you, it might be hard to see it on this little piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you on I'll show it to you on the top of the cab. I think that would be easier. Yeah, let's do a little bit up here. Now normally what I would do is I put this stuff all over. Now remember, this is the manufacturer telling you that's how you would clean the white stuff off of the front if this was a smoker. Not a smoker, but I say why not use that method, since it's safe for the paint and the metal and everything else. Why not use that to clean the whole thing? So that is basically what we're going to do. And I'm going to see if I can do, maybe I'll do half, like maybe just to see if we can get a contrast between, because in the film it may not do it justice, but we'll see. I'll do the roof here. I'll do the roof compared to, and you'll see that in compared to what I haven't done on the top here. And So what I've done is I take a Q-tip, paper towel, you could use whatever you want. I'm using a Q-tip here because there's a lot of, on the roof here, there's a lot of little nicks and crannies that you got to get into. And you don't have to use gobs and gobs of this stuff. You know what I mean? Be patient that what you have on there is enough to do it, instead of wanting to put globs of it on there. And you're going to see the difference. That Lionel knew what they were talking about when they told us, all of us. Well, they didn't tell us until they had the smoke units, but they told us that wonderful secret that was never a secret. Just that I don't think anybody ever read that that thing underneath the. So I'm already just you know, that's the Q-tip, that's the Vaseline. Notice how it's taking dirt off. It's not paint, it's dirt. It is absolutely not paint. So yeah, this thing is dirty, as I've told you when I started cleaning it with the water and the soap and everything. This is a perfect example of how you can really bring the thing back to, the engine back to life. Make it look fabulous like it did when it came from the factory. Now I'm doing this with a lot of extra care and work because this thing was so dirty. There's a lot of blah 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 in the crannies here. Okay, so here's one side of the Q-tip. I haven't used the other side yet, but there's the other side, white. Okay, and that's what we're doing here. So what I'll do, just to save some time, because I'm going to do that some more. I'm going to take clean paper towel and just buff it, basically. Okay. Again, you don't have to press hard. Here you go. That is not paint. Again, it's basically years of filth that is accumulated, especially on this one. It's normally not that dirty, but this one was very dirty. And what that was, I don't know. But, man, Vaseline cleans it. It definitely cleans it. And to those of you doubters out there, well, I'm just following AT&T's recommendation, kids. I showed it in another video, as a matter of fact, on the website, on our Toy Trains Hall of Fame website, which everybody should go to, toytrainshalloffame.com. No spaces. And you could see there's a ton of information. What a fabulous, fabulous website. It's not my website, but I belong to that organization. It's not really a club, it's more of an organization. And so I'm very proud to be a part of that group. It's a hell of a lot of very, very knowledgeable men and great group of guys. I've been on calls with them now every couple of weeks for a long time, and man, I always learn stuff. I'm like a sponge. I even take notes. You can record it, but you know, I like taking notes, and you know, it becomes important to me to remember certain things, and then I kind of go back and read them over and everything. I learn, just learn. Now this one, this roof, like I said, there's a lot of dirt on it. So normally it wouldn't take me this much work to clean this up, but this one is taking extra extra clear here, extra whatever. Probably should have done a spot that didn't have so many nooks and crannies, because they got the three vents, the three supposed, vents that would slide open for the crew in the cab when they're sweating bullets. Breathing in all that yuck. Okay. Let me just use this for a second. Gotta get in the crevice between those vents. There we go. I buff it with a rag, with a cloth, cotton. Now you may not be able to see it too good in the video. I don't know if you can, but the roof of this thing came up so much better than the actual top. I cleaned it. Don't forget, I just scrubbed this with soap and water and everything, so it's pretty clean. But that top, if you could see this in person, you would be. I think you would appreciate it more. The roof of that cab is so clean and so nice. It really looks. It refurbishes the paint. It looks great. So anyway, I will do it to the whole entire boiler and to this, and then we will we'll move on. I will clean all the side rods. I'm not going to do that on video, but I'll clean all the side rods. I'll do the rest of this off video, and then we'll come back on the next video, and we'll call it 224 number 2. This is 224 number 1. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and we'll be back.